Dumelang bagaetsho, I'm Tebogo Tinti, and I'm recording this from a slightly different location. Location. In my continuing with my series of Remember November and unpacking some of the things. So I started off with identity, but now I want to continue that and speak about a name and what goes into a name and why I don't like people remixing my name, taking it upon themselves to call me outside of my name, and why I don't take it very lightly. Well, I don't take it lightly at all. So I always introduce myself, even to people who have met me or know of me or know that I'm coming to meet them. I never ever assume that people know who I am. I always walk into any room and introduce myself. And that's because I also want the people that I am talking to introduce themselves to me so that we are on a name basis. And however they introduce themselves to me, that is how I'm going to refer to them as moving forward. I have never in my life walked up to somebody or met someone for the first time and said, "My name was Debza." Never in my life. And I don't respond to people who call me Debza because who are you summoning? The thing about a name, and that is why a lot of people go to an extent of changing their names because of what it means. When you call somebody, however you call someone, you summon that thing or that person or that energy and that spirit in them. That's why it's Setswana se re leina lebe seromo, meaning whatever it is that they call you, that's what you are going to become. Or leina le leborello, meaning if you were named after somebody, you are going to then be exactly like them because of what that name means. So for me, there are people who refer to me who call me by my ancestral name. And those are just a few of my favorite people because they summon that ancestor. When you meet me and you call me, they used to call me Gogo, and I used to hate it. She was like, please don't call me Gogo. Here is my ancestral name. If you want to refer to me as that, use this name. Because when you call me that, then that is who you summon, and that is who is going to be dealing with you or assisting you with whatever you need. And amongst my family, I'm known as Mani. When you call me Uramani, you summon the money in me, the nurturer, the carer, whoever and whatever money is to me. When my son calls me mom, I remember there was a time when I was in a shopping store, I was shopping in a store, and there were about 3 or 4 women in that aisle, and I didn't have my son with me. And then we heard a child say, "Mom," we all turned around. It was instant. Our instinct, our mom in us turned around to respond if there is a child calling us, calling out to us, because that is what happens when you call out a familiar name like that. So when I say my name is Tebogo and you continue calling me Tebogo, that is who you're going to get. That is who you are summoning, the person that I am. But when you start referring to me as Debza, then I'm not going to respond because I don't know how to respond to you because I don't know who you are summoning. I don't know it, Debza. And when you, as a woman, you walk down the street and people will say, "Hey, baby," like, I'm not a baby. I'm not your baby. I'm not going to respond because I don't know who you're summoning. For another example, my me refers to me as love. And when he says that, that is who responds because that is who I am to him. So it is very important to respect people and their name, especially when they have introduced themselves to you. Don't take it upon yourself to remix someone else's name. It's not your place. Like what do you do with the time that you save from saying Debza as opposed to saying Tebogo? Like, what do you do with all that time that you're saving? because clearly it's a matter of saving the time. Or you think that I've been pronouncing my name wrong and I've been spelling my name wrong. You're the one that has it correct by calling it whatever that you want. Like, za etlhakai. Go tshwana le motho a te introduce it to you and say, I'm Lebo or I'm Lebogang. And then you say, hi Lebza. Za kya eng? Za kya eng? Like, if that person wanted to be referred to as Lebza, they would have introduced themselves as Lebza. With me, if I wanted to be referred to as Stepsa, I would have introduced myself as Stepsa. And I don't care who says what. Some people will say it's not that deep. It is that deep. It is that serious, because the minute you call someone, you summon what that means in them. You summon that angel or that demon or that spirit or that personality. That's who you summon. You need to be careful. And I preach this all the time to anyone who will listen. Don't just respond to anything. Sometimes when you're getting familiar with people, when I used to have a friend, this friend that I used to have once referred to me as a B word. Like not my second name, not Tebogo Bidi Tinti, but like another B word, like a female dog. And then she said, no, but that's how we play. Like, and I said, don't play with me like that. I am not that. Don't play with me like that. If you don't have enough respect for me to refer to me by my name, then we have no business hanging out together. Even if a person texts me, you can send me a text and say, hi, Debsa. I'm not going to respond to your text because I don't know who Debsa is. You've never heard me say I'm Debsa. People on social media will text you, will direct message you and say, hi, Debsa. Like, you can literally see my name on my account, and you are going to decide that you are going to play DJ with my name and remix it and call me whatever. I'm not going to respond because you are clearly not talking to me and I don't know the person that you are talking to. Whether it's a text or an email, or even if it's serious, it might be serious to me. It's not going to be serious to me because it might be serious to you, but it's not going to be serious to me because that is not my name. And I don't mind missing out on in-depth conversations. I don't mind missing out on conversations that could be fruitful, because if you are not going to give me enough respect to honor my name and what it means to me, I have no business talking to you. And again, I'm going to repeat it and I'm going to continue repeating it. People think it's not that deep. People think it's not that serious. The truth of the matter is, it is. It is that serious. And I wish I could go further and unpack it a little more. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Because when you study some cases and when people snap, it's often because they are being called outside of their name. And people will say, this is what they said to me and I snapped. And when you look at the dialogue and the dialect, it was all in the name. Like, calling someone outside of their name is extremely dangerous. It's extremely dangerous because the person that is going to respond is the person that is familiar with that name. So now, if you are not gonna call me Tebogo, miss me, because the people who have the honor to call me all of my other titles, they already do, and those positions are filled. So if you are not gonna call me Tebogo, then I guess I'll see you next lifetime.